For the first time in 2 years, the trucking industry in Arkansas is showing some signs of coming out of that so-called freight recession. But the head of the State Trucking Association still says it's a long road ahead to full recovery.
I do think that it's going to be a long slog to come out of what's been a very long freight recession.
Shannon Newton is executive director of the State Trucking Association and says no matter what sector of the industry you look at, it's slowly getting better.
What you're beginning to see now is just a slight upward and to the right trend in those graphs, whether you're talking about spot market rates, contract rates, the tonnage, the volume, all of those they're no longer declining. And that's what you see those in the industry celebrating.
Including those who operate some of the area's biggest trucking firms like J.B. Hunt and Fort Smith-based ArcBest.
You're seeing comments coming out from those executives that indicate that they truly believe that we have survived the trough, and that we are looking at a genuine uptick, even though it may be a slow recovery. Looking forward into that gives them a better position in negotiating with their shippers, gives them a better ability to look at their employment decisions, make sure that they're hiring the right people to sustain them over this economic upturn.
She says the uptick can be partly attributed to people spending more money on just trips and experiences. Consumers, she says, are starting to buy items that require shipping.
We're still looking for some normalization in that goods versus services spend, and we're hopeful that that's what 2025 brings.
And speaking of 2025, Newton says the hope is the great trucking recession will end by the end of next year.
I think that the experts disagree on how quick we may be able to climb out. But I'm hoping that by the end of 2025, that we'll no longer be talking about the great freight recession.